there is good news. After all said and done, there is good news. Nina's force majeure has shut down the 1999 Constitution. That's what has happened. Because while we were busy following your stupid men of God, your criminal men of God, some people were busy working. Yes, people were working. Those that work don't make noise. This work that we are talking about is very strategic. It doesn't involve noise making. You have to have clear thoughts. Know what your enemy is doing, how he's doing it, so that you know how to counter him. So this work has been going on for 25 years with results coming. And that's what we're coming here to tell you. That force majeure, because some people say, oh, we saw it in the video, where people will say, what has the force majeure done? What's they say? It's just that you don't understand. We wish you understand, but more and more people understand it. We really take our people. And majority of the people that are understanding what is being said are people that didn't even go to school. It shows that those that went to school to collect PhD, they are not honest. But you know what? This breakfast, everybody go chop up. If you know here, you go here by force. So the stated or grand objective of constitutional force majeure, which Ninas did on 16th December 2020, has been met. Here. The objective has been met. What was it? What does it mean? We have done what we set out to do with the constitutional force majeure in the attempt to implement the consensus which we had built against the unitary constitution of death. We targeted the 2023 election as the venue for the fight for what will happen. What is it that will happen? To collapse the election on the account of the fraudulent 1999 Constitution and the unitary union of death. That is the Constitution that made us slaves in our own land. We told people that this election will go down. What does it mean that it will go down? That means it will not produce an outcome that can stand. That if you stubbornly go into it, that what will come out will be an illegitimate outcome. And that's why we say Tinubu is an interregnum president. He's just standing in while we finish up what we're finishing up. Because somebody has to be holding the tent that is collapsing, just be paying salary while work is going on. Meaning that we don't have any union. You can see these things standing here, these pillars. You see the elections. You see Constitution. You see the unitary union, which is the fake Nigeria that they've built. You can see that thing that is holding under a deliver. If you press hand, because that's how these things stand. I know some people went to law school, but unfortunately, they use their school fees to eat akara. That's why we have to explain these things.
Are you sure it's akara or agidi?
Okay, I think it's agidi, because I think akara has some oil. So I think it's agidi. They use their school fees to eat agidi under Ukumangoro. Because if not, if you are a lawyer, it's not us that are lay people that will be explaining these things to you. But you didn't go to school now. You pay school fees. You were sorting lecturers and just passing. You have a degree, but you know no education. So all this thing we are explaining is alien to you. And we are ready to explain to you, just that some of you are too arrogant. When we're explaining, you'll be doing, I'm a lawyer. You are a lawyer without education. How is that my problem? E.g. certificate. Nothing inside head. Otherwise, we will not be the ones explaining these things to you. You'll be the ones going around, going to tell our people this thing. How election, what is the meaning of constitution to nation? How is it related? What are they related? When you bring down the election on account of the fraudulent constitution, the union goes down because they work hand in hand. It wasn't us that brought it down. It was INEC and the judiciary, the Supreme Court. They decided to waive the 25% required by the Constitution. It happened October 2023.
Say it again, because people didn't even know what went down.
They didn't know.
I'm waiting for the Dibia judge, Supreme Judge guy to come with his Dibia bag.
Yes. You know, when they hear constitutional force majeure, we're going to, it's a force. They're going to do, okay, what are we going to do? No, it's high-tech thing, high intelligent work. And I give kudos, Oroboro, kudos to the Ninas team. People that their school fees that they paid, they use it to acquire knowledge. That's why they are playing. That is Hana Konkwa, Hana Konde Nigeria Nkwa. Like in Nigeria, just running up and down. Purum, 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 purum. You know how you bring a smoke or fire near ants and they're running like this, like this. So that's why they run into trouble because of fire from Ninas. They're running prum, prum, prum. So as a result of that, INEC and judiciary, the so-called Supreme Court, they waived 25% required by the Constitution.
By their so-called constitution.
By their so-called Constitution to produce an illegitimate president. What that action, what it means is that they've sacrificed the Constitution to save the election. That's what they just did, all by themselves. So they have buried the 1999 Constitution, and of course the union upon which the Constitution was erected. So the Constitution, you have Constitution, you build a country on top of the Constitution. So if you kill the Constitution, you have killed the union.
Finish. Everything I think you go use them.
He has finished. All by themselves. What's the evidence? National Assembly trying to write a new constitution has confirmed that the 1999 constitution is dead. It's just that you did not know. You, the indigenous person, listening to us, watching us, you are not yet aware to understand what just happened. It's like something happened. You say, what just happened now? That's what happened. You're not aware. You're yet to wake up to the reality. What are we saying? Election is down. Constitution is down. Your fake union is down. Dead. Buried. What is left now is transition. Where are we going? Union reconfiguration. For those in Edo State that they just finished wiring your butts. PDP Edo State. They just raise your bomb. Nyash. Do you? Pam, 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 pam. We warned you people. We told you. Some are saying, so what happened in those states? That means that electronics is not going to help us in the election. You didn't know that. You didn't know the more you look, the less you see. We will call it Kalu business GPT. They'll do you, and you wake up. So what happened in those states is what will continue to happen in Nigeria. So going forward, the indigenous peoples are going to demonstrate that there's no union. Because they will be forced to demonstrate it. This will continue to happen to now. Hunger, everything will be happening to you until you wake up and say, hey, we don't have a union. Like it happened to the children in Israel when they, after Solomon, they said to your tents, oh Israel, what is this? What's all this nonsense? Because they just finished dealing with Solomon, they finished dealing with them. Solomon dealt with his people terribly, marrying all the women. For those that like using Solomon as an example, 700 women, 300 concubines, acquiring people's children. He was a tyrant. When he was done, Israel scattered into 12. Because when they saw his son taking over, they say, your father dealt with us. Are you going to make it easier? They say, our little finger. How did they even put it? How did they even say it? That what they did, the father did is like their little finger. That what they will do to them, yes, that what they will do to them is worse. The people say to your tents, O Israel. So, going forward, the indigenous peoples will be forced, compelled to demonstrate that
it's not going to get any easier.
There's no union because it's not going to get any easier. We are not. What is going on now is those that are awake, the indigenous peoples that have already woken up, are discussing now in their own spaces how they will manage their spaces after the burial of unitary Nigeria, because the funeral ceremony is going to take place. The union is dead. We are waiting for funeral ceremony so that we'll show Ashebi, because we're going to show Ashebi for the funeral, and then we're going to dance. You see all the pillars falling on themselves. Bagam, bagam, bagam. That's how Nigeria collapsed. Iyakata, Odago. We want to remind you people that Ninas is the vanguard of the campaign for self-determination for the constituent components of Nigeria. The indigenous peoples will become the custodians and the operators of their sovereignty. So if anybody is coming to you to say, hey, Fakohunda, hey, I'm a Tinubu draft, 2014 confab reports, Meka Anyoku, that one has gone to sleep. They gave him Miriokwa. He has gone to sleep. I don't even know where he is now. Or those preparing 2027 election, Ndi Otu Peter Obi, Ndi Oshi, Peter Onyoshi. Sanusi magic proposal for ending Fulani draft here and there. All those nonsense they're doing is abracadabra. When they finish, they go and sleep because power belongs to the people.
He said,
the ethnic nationalities, you, Ijo, Ogoni, all of you, what they call them, Tiv, Birom, all of you, you are the indigenous, power belongs to you. So the indigenous people want you to take note. No part of Nigeria belongs to Fulani Caliphate by conquest. Don't listen to them. They're just talking jazz. With the constitutional force Majeure, you see this map that you're seeing here. That is the default setting. If they continue to do this nonsense they're doing, that we're saying, let's come and discuss so that everybody will know where they stand. And they're doing Mokandaibu and doing all the nonsense they're doing. They will sleep and wake up. This default setting will happen. You see this default? Everybody will just like, to your tents, oh Israel, because the discussion is going on, conversation is going on. Ninas, united for freedom. Ndike, we have made it happen. We have made it happen. And we are saying, embrace Nina's movement. When your church leaders, when your political criminals are doing all the things, ask them about Ninas. Ask them about 1999 Constitution. Don't allow them to continue to fool you around. We hear people are preparing to do fearless October protests. Get informed. By the way, today, immediately, just like, okay, it's about starting now, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, invitation to information state session on the subject of the proposed fearless in October protest and how to make the most powerful demand that cannot be ignored. What do we say? How to make the most powerful demand that cannot be ignored. The host is a voice for reason. You can follow, is on social media. You can follow him. X Space is the venue. There's a link that we sent out where you can, and even if you don't see the link, if you go to Daughters of Truth, because we're going to post it on there, you can get to X Space so that you can listen. Today, it has already starting right now. That's where we're going. We're just meeting into there now. And we're going to have Barrister Tony Nnadi, Nina's spokesperson, on the hot conversation surrounding the coming protests, the way forward, and how we can go about it successfully. We don't want them to be arresting you, molesting you, suppressing you. When you have the power, you are the people. So we don't want that to be happening to our people. You need information. Today, start today, 20th September, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Now. Is ongoing now. We are going to join. Thank you very much. Thank you.